individuals tonight, whether it's Dennis or Austin or guys that could factor in different ways as you figure out what, in theory, would be a new rotation at the next game? And how are you kind of gauging how you're going to approach that as you move forward here?
We'll look at the film and start the process of getting our new guys acclimated in the morning. But I saw what I've always seen in the guys you mentioned, Austin, Dennis. Just competitive spirit, and kept themselves in the game until the very end. And then it's disappointing again to take an L, but I'm totally proud of the way we competed. Being a little shorthanded. I'm totally proud of the way we competed, and we'll figure it out. We have a lot of serviceable players, and it's a good problem to have, having a lot of good players that you can plug in. But we'll figure it out. My staff and I will figure it out.
Staying kind of big picture and not even asking you to name the starting five. You'll be proud of me, but I assume you have some vision of what it's going to be, and how do you come upon that? If it involves any of the new pieces, how do you decide, having not had them on the court yet?
Just looking at the unique styles of play that each individual brings and try to create some sort of balance. You don't want too many carbon copies of the same type player. So you try to balance it out with some offense, some defense, some shooting, some rebounding. So, and definitely some defense, man, first and foremost. But we see different pieces that we may be able to plug in and have that create that balance, not just within the starting lineup, but within the whole rotation, entire rotation. And it'll be a fun job, a fun task to mix and match, the guys we have already with some of the new guys that we've acquired.
The Miami game comes to mind as another sort of no LeBron game. Dennis, a standout in that one. Dennis, leading you in points tonight. Why is Dennis so good at these games?
I mean, when you put him in a position where he can lead the charge, he can set the tone. We saw it all summer with his national team. He thrives in those positions, and whoever's suiting up with him, he wants to put us in a position where we can win. Regardless of who's in, who's out. As long as he's playing, he's gonna give it his all. So you just saw that tonight. That was on full display. He's not afraid of elite competition. He's not afraid of, the waning moments of a game, a big time in a game finisher. It's just who he is. That's the blood that runs through his veins, man. He's a big time player.
Darvin, I'll be more courageous than Dave. Who's going to start San Francisco?
I'll be just as courageous and tell you, not now, no comment. Thank you, Dan.
As you guys try to get AD back to kind of full AD, what do you think? Is it just a matter of time for him? Legs? What are you seeing from him right now in terms
just
of rhythm,
man? Just touch, rhythm. Reconfiguring those spots where he's really effective at. And make no mistake about it, that's a hell of a team across the hall over there. They're who they are for a reason. That's a well-oiled machine, and top 5 defensive team in the league. So tonight, it was having Brook out there, Giannis, aggressive Drew, Wesley. I mean, they've got guys that can really lock down, defend, and also help defend at an elite level. But still, he walks out 23 and 16. So it's just a matter of him. I thought he had some unforced turnovers, and that's just a matter of him continuing the process of getting into a rhythm.